Click the bell, turn on all notifications, and subscribe for around-the-clock WWE news in real time. The home of the most consistent and dedicated breaking news in WWE, Seanzviewent, is here for you. Like, comment, and share today.
Ladies and gentlemen, your prime destination for the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most definitive, the most in-depth. This is the thorough WWE news and rumors, speculation, and gossip. We cover it all on this very show. Ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news right at the top of the video. Remember, it is so important, so crucial. If you want me to stay, if you want me to remain on this website, remember to sign up to become a channel member today. It will definitely help out the show because I can't do this alone. I need your help. I need your support, especially with all the time, the heart, the hustle, the blood, the sweat, the tears that I put into this for each and every one of you. Seanzviewent knows that this is your place to come through. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Owens broke the hearts of fans during the April 4th episode that he revealed he had a serious neck injury that is going to require surgery. Well, now we got more crucial developments. We have more major updates on the career of Kevin Owens. According to early reports, Owens' neck issues are completely legitimate. It's not part of an angle. It's not part of a storyline. He is expected to undergo surgery soon. One WWE source even called the situation awful. Another mentioned that fusion surgery may be necessary, which comes with a long road back and no guarantees. So what does this kind of recovery look like? Here's what wrestlers typically face after neck fusion surgery. 0 to 6 weeks. Then you go 6 weeks to 3 months. 3 to 6 months, wrestlers begin returning to training slowly. Bumps are reintroduced with caution. Constant medical evaluations are needed. 6 to 12 months in the best cases, wrestlers return in 6 months, but most take 9 to 12 months before they're cleared for a full-time return. Every moment is closely monitored to avoid re-injury. The neck isn't something anyone plays around with in professional wrestling, especially inside a WWE ring, a 20 by 20. Doctors won't clear WWE stars or talent in general unless the bones are fully fused and there's zero risk to the spinal cord. Some of the most well-known wrestlers in WWE history have walked into this road. Stone Cold Steve Austin had his neck fused in 1999 but retired in 2003 after dealing with pain for years. Edge retired in 2011 and only returned 9 years later after his neck fully healed with the help of newer technology. Kurt Angle rushed back in just a few months, but later admitted it permanently affected his mobility. This isn't just a setback for WrestleMania. It is a huge blow to WWE and fans who were excited for Owens' match with Randy Orton, which had been building for months. But Owens made it clear, I waited my whole life for this, and now I don't know when I'll be back. No return timeline has been confirmed, but if fusion surgery is the route, Owens may be out for most or all of next year. So Kevin Owens could be out of WWE. Kevin Owens could be sidelined for up to a year, for 1 full year for Kevin Owens. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. What a bad break for Kevin Owens. It's infuriating. It's heartbreaking. It's shocking. It's saddening. It's awful. It is one of the most awful things that could have happened. You want to talk about diabolical. Kevin Owens was thinking, at first, maybe this thing ain't serious. Maybe I can just blow this off. Maybe, it's just the wear and tear. But no, it ended up being a lot more serious, and it's just an awful state of it. And again, there was hope that he could be back in 3 to 6 months, but it looks like that ain't going to happen. It looks like Kevin Owens will be back in about a year. So Kevin Owens could be back in time for WrestleMania 42. And you could even see last night that, Kevin Owens broke character, and even Randy Orton broke character to a degree, because Randy Orton and Kevin Owens had this program building up for months and months, and now it's not even going to happen. Now it's not even going to materialize, and it's a very sad state of affairs, guys. It's just the awful timing. Ludwig Kaiser reacts after Charlotte Flair brings him up during an off-scripted promo. So there's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of backlash, actually, on Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton this morning coming out of the blue brand of SmackDown. Internal reaction to Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton going off script on WWE SmackDown. Now, there's a feeling. There was gossip. There was speculation. There was rumors. that both these women would be fined or suspended for going off script on the Blue Brand of SmackDown on the USA Network last night. Now, whether they're going to be fined or suspended, obviously that wouldn't happen right now. It may happen after WrestleMania, but the WWE cannot afford to lose another high-profile match because the WWE is already losing the match between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Now, before we get into this, we got breaking news. We got breaking news coming in right now. Before we get into this huge report on Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Oh, wait a minute. Rumored WWE signee wins championship and another promotion. This is just coming in now. This is why we do all news in real time. Remember to become a channel member today. But what did you think about SmackDown last night, guys? We always get your review the next day or the day the day of, but usually the next day. We get your review. What did you think about SmackDown? Were you for it? Were you against it? Did you like it? Again, we don't do the classic 1 out of 5 stars. We don't do the whole A, B, C, D, or F grade. I mean, on occasions we may, but I like to rate it by the weather. Was it sunny? Was it hot? Was it fire? Was it drizzly? Was it rainy? Was it stormy? Was it freezing? What did you rate SmackDown? What is your overall opinions in SmackDown? What was the match of the night? What was the promo of the night? What was the shock of the night? Did you like SmackDown overall as a show? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions from the get-go. What did you think truly about the Blue Brand last night? And remember, we only have one more Raw. We only have one more SmackDown until WrestleMania, the showcase of immortals. And boy, Kevin Owens' injury couldn't have come at a worse time. But Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton shocked everyone when they went off script during SmackDown last night in a heated war of words. No one saw it coming, and now the backstage reaction within WWE has been revealed. While speaking on the post-show, it was revealed by an insider that Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair going off script on SmackDown was immediate and intense. He noted that the situation quickly became a hot topic among the roster. According to those in the know, one of the messages he received from someone backstage who wasn't even watching the show live questioned whether what they were reading was real or some kind of fan fiction. The segment came off as messy, and many within the roster believed it was unscripted, leading to even more chatter behind the scenes. The Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair thing, oh boy, it was a hot topic among the roster immediately. Like there was, I will read verbatim one of the messages I got. Not watching the show, but what I'm reading, is this real or fanfic? It was messy. The roster believes that they were unscripted. Like everybody else, it was just a messy type of thing. WrestleVotes previously noted that Charlotte and Tiffany said very little of what was in the rundown for them. Off script quite a bit, and that was very evident. In fact, WWE even ended up deleting and editing the entire off script segment from social media. During the segment, Charlotte Flair tried to win over the crowd by calling their cheers power, but Tiffany Stratton coolly snapped back with, "Outside the ring, you ain't the queen of shit." She didn't stop there. Stratton went on Charlotte's famous family name, saying she'll always be second to her daddy, and even brought up Flair's marriages with the harsh line, "What is that, 0 and 3? Charlotte didn't stay quiet either as she mocked Stratton's voice and threw shade by mentioning why Ludwig Kaiser is in my DMs. However, Stratton didn't finish as she walked off with a smirk as the Chicago crowd chanted her name. This unscripted moment has become one of the most talked about parts of SmackDown in recent memory. It is still not clear if tension between Flair and Stratton is personal or just part of the storyline. But one thing is for sure, WWE fans will be paying close attention to what happens as we head towards WrestleMania 41. So as you can see, there is a lot of emotion. There is a lot of feeling going into this. And again, do you think Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair should be fined or suspended after what happened on SmackDown last night, so close to WrestleMania? Now, the feeling is if Randy Orton and Kevin Owens' match wasn't already canceled, Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton's match could have been canceled, could have been off the show due to them going entirely off script. Despite them not being together anymore, Andrade sends a warm birthday wish to Charlotte Flair months after their divorce. Penta reacts to Rey Fénix's WWE debut with an emotional message after SmackDown match. Also, what did you think about Rey Fénix's debut? Were you excited? Were you surprised? Were you perplexed? Did you think the debut was good? Did you think it was strong? Your thoughts, your comments on the debut of Rey Fénix from SmackDown last night. Also, Seth Rollins pays silent tribute to Bray Wyatt on the Blue Brand of SmackDown last night, for those of you that may have noticed or not. John Cena posts a cryptic photo of Charlotte Flair after controversial SmackDown promo. What happened with Cody Rhodes after SmackDown cameras stopped rolling in Chicago? Yes, just for the live audience, just for the live fans, the undisputed WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes, indeed showed up. Mike Rome throws shade at new announcer Mark Nash over cue cards on SmackDown. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are receiving word right now. Backstage outpouring of sympathy and sadness for Kevin Owens after his neck surgery announcement. A lot of sympathy and sadness for Kevin Owens over this entire ordeal. And you could see how much this bothered. You could see how much this got to Kevin Owens. This really was something that did not need to happen. What provoked Kevin Owens to confront a fan? Did you see that? Kevin Owens went right over to that fan. We knew how much this bothered. We knew how much this got to Kevin Owens. We knew just how much this killed Kevin Owens to have to come out there and say what he did and do what he did. But Kevin Owens got right in that fan's face, and, WWE debut of Rey Fenix ends with backstage seal of approval from the Game, Triple H. Yeah, that's right. You heard that right. CM Punk reveals the favor from Paul Heyman during SmackDown that Paul Heyman will be on the side of CM Punk at WrestleMania. I felt that the favor could have been a lot better. I felt like that favor could have been a hell of a lot more compelling and creative. But it still does throw somewhat of a swerve because you got to think now, is Paul Heyman going to walk out with Seth Rollins of all people? Is there going to be the biggest swerve of all when Paul Heyman walks out with Seth freaking Rollins? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. But that certainly is not all. Because a WrestleMania number one contender gauntlet match and more has been set for next week's SmackDown already down the pipeline. WWE deletes Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton's off-script segment clip from SmackDown. A new number one contender WWE United States title named during SmackDown, as it will be LA Knight. Jacob fought 2 1-on-1 for the U.S. title. Yeah. Jade Cargill's WrestleMania 41 match confirmed during SmackDown. A new WWE teaser fuels return speculation for former superstar with a dark past. Drew McIntyre sends a chilling warning to Damian Priest after the vicious assault during SmackDown. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Remember, if it weren't for you, there would be no show and view. We keep you glued to your screens, whether it be a laptop, a desktop, a phone, a TV, a PC, however it is. The brash and the brazen will always bring it to you. Why? Because if it weren't for you, there would be no show and view. We give you the most volatile, the most intense, the most provocative. We give you the news to keep you in the know so you always get the scoop of Sean's View Entertainment, because you get the scope of it all. We cover it all. The most in-depth coverage, the brash and the brazen. Remember to become a channel member today. Stay tuned and keep it locked to this very channel. Subscribe.